Hello again, Jacket fans, and welcome to another edition of Buzz Vision. And joining me is head men's basketball coach Bob Davis. And Coach Davis, thank you for joining us. You saw on this court last week, we saw two great wins for the Jackets and really got you on the mix of things here in the ASC East. Tell us maybe about the momentum from those past two wins, especially that MC win, how that momentum can carry over for the rest of the season.
Well, it's always a possibility. You still got to go out and play possession by possession. If you're not ready any particular game in this conference, you're going to get whipped. So, as much as the momentum has a chance of carrying over if we allow it, it can also be lost very easily. And a lot of teams do that even during games. You'll see a team all of a sudden hit 3 or 4 threes in a row and get it going, and then all of a sudden take 10 more threes and they're out of the game, So basketball is an interesting, all athletics, but basketball is an interesting game in which, you got to keep going and keep really working your tail off in order to keep your momentum.
Tell us a little bit about Ladarius Brown. He was named ASC East Player of the Week, as well as the National Team of the Week by D3Hoops.com. Tell us a little bit about his performance and how this can affect him going forward.
Well, it should give him a lot of confidence. He's been shooting the ball better and better all the time, and he's always had great form. I mean, you can just tell he's a shooter. But, a lot of times a kid will find it, and again, that can become elusive. But I think it'll carry over to him. He's a young man, I continue to say. I think he has a lot of strong convictions. He has a lot of strong demands on how he performs, and he's become a leader. He's a freshman that was chosen by his teammates as a captain, and that's a pretty unique situation to be a freshman and to get chosen by your veterans as well as the rest of the teammates as a captain.
Now, going forward, East Texas Baptist on Thursday, UT-Tyler on Saturday, both on the road, rivalry games. I mean, a lot of hoopla going into this weekend, but big games, a big weekend just like last weekend. What are you looking forward to about this weekend? What's this team have to do to pick up a couple wins this weekend?
Well, we're going to have to be ready to go. And just, again, you talk about momentum. There's going to be momentum shifts. Sometimes you're going to get knocked down. You better get back up quick. I mean, you got to be able to get back up quick, and you got to be able to grind things out on the defensive end of the floor. And hopefully you'll find yourself offensively. You'll see what you can do against them offensively via film and stuff like that. But you got to continue to be patient and attack where you can get them in the end. So if we can do some of those things, we'll be fine. But we're going to have to do those. And if we don't do them and they get a low momentum, we could be in trouble. So it'll be a fascinating thing to see how much discipline we have, how much trust we have in each other and in the system, and then let's see if we can go and move forward. And we're just going to have to fight. I mean, there's areas of the game you just got to fight. On the defensive end, sometimes, you can talk about all kinds of techniques, which are really important, but there's a lot of possessions that the techniques in the end can be thrown out the window when it just comes down to a second effort. And the same thing is true on the glass, on rebound. You can talk about checking out, you check out, you work on checkouts. There's a lot of times it's just pure effort. All of a sudden a kid decides to get his hands to the ball first, or maybe one hand or one finger to the ball first, and it bounces around and you end up with the rebound. Somebody ends up with it. It wasn't him, but he was the one that caused you being able to end up with it. It's those kind of plays that make a difference, and we're going to have to be we're going to have to get to the 50-50 ball first, and we're going to have to be really just ready, just downright ready on the defensive end.
Now tell us a little bit as of late about your bench, who has really played well, I believe, especially this last week, where able to come off the bench and contribute very well to the team in the likes of Kendra Carter, as well as Chris Hines, Paul All, and then, as we mentioned in the MC game, the 5 men coming off the bench and causing a big turnover and making a big play. Tell us about their play as of late.
Well, it's interesting because those young kids that did come off toward the end, there's a lot of days in practice they just kind of come out here. We call them the white team, and they'll lead our blue team up at times, and they've done a good job. And we do expect, Kendra's been one of our best performers of the year, and a lot of times, you wonder if you should start him because he really does perform well. But he likes to come off the bench. He says he likes to have a view of everything that goes on before playing. So we've allowed him to do that because he's been so productive. But he doing that. So we'll probably start in this game because we've had a little bit of illness, but in the post area, Justin was out yesterday, so we'll probably start Kendra tomorrow. But I think he really likes coming off the bench.
Well, Coach, good luck to you this weekend.
Hey, thank you so much.
Again, Marshall 5:30 and 7:30 on Thursday, and Tyler on Saturday at 1 and 3. Just a short ride down the street. We need a big crowd over there for some big rivalry games. Thank you, as always, for watching BuzzVision.